welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna walk you through my New York City summer morning routine. I moved to New York 8 weeks ago. I still feel like I'm finding a solid routine and flow here while simultaneously trying to live more spontaneously and intuitively, because I did live so routine-based and rigidly while I lived in LA. So I wanted to preface this morning routine video with just saying that while these are things that I do every day, the order in which I do them does shift and change depending on what I have going on that day, my mood, what's gonna serve me best, the weather, all of that stuff. Like today it's pretty gloomy, so I don't know if I'm gonna meditate outside like I normally do because there's a possibility of rain. But anyway, I've been waking up here in New York between 5 and 6:30, I'd say, pretty consistently. I haven't been using an alarm to wake up. I sleep with my shades open, so the morning light comes in. The sun has been rising, I think, around like 5:30. I do sleep with a sleep mask so it stays dark. But as I said, I've just been letting each day be a little bit different and unique. And of course, I'm very grateful to have the ability to do that because I haven't always had this much freedom to kind of go with the flow. But I think that we all go through seasons. And right now I'm just in a season of my life where I do have the ability to be more flexible and go with the flow. So I'm taking full advantage of that. Oh, good morning. One thing that I do every morning right when I wake up without fail is I make my bed. So that's what we're gonna do first. As I said, each day is a little bit different because it depends on what I have going on that day. Today is technically a rest day for me as far as working out and moving my body. I will probably get on my mat a little bit and stretch because I worked out yesterday and I'm pretty sore. But what I have going on and where I'm at in the week and how I'm feeling all influences the order in which I do these things within my morning routine. But I feel like waking up and making your bed is just a great first task of the day because it makes you feel like you've already accomplished something. It also acts as a bookend to sleeping, and it's the beginning of getting up and getting going. Most important thing that I do is drink water upon waking up. When I don't drink enough water every day, I notice the biggest difference in my mood, my skin, the way my brain is functioning, my energy levels. You gotta stay hydrated. And look, I know there are some schools of thought around drinking ice cold water, but for me, it's just incredibly refreshing and it's what I like and it helps me drink more water. So we do what we gotta do. In my opinion, ice cold water is better than no water. If it were a workout day for me, I would not be doing my skincare right now at this point, / getting myself ready. But it is my rest day. So that's what we're gonna do now. Some skincare and get a little bit ready because that also makes me feel good and I feel like I'm much more productive when I take a few moments in the morning to do so. Weather to see what is appropriate to wear. It is 75 degrees out, but there's a 70% chance of rain. My West Coast brain just can't compute this East Coast weather. We'll figure it out. One thing I want to say about my makeup routine is if you're interested, let me know if I should do a little get ready with me summer makeup routine. It's really quick, it's very light, and I do the same thing every time I wear makeup. I got some requests to do it a few months ago, but haven't seen that requested lately, so I don't know if that's still something that you'd be into. So comment below and let me know. Okay, let's get dressed. let's go for a walk. And if it doesn't start raining, then we will meditate outside. You ready to go for a walk? As expected, it did start to rain outside, so we are gonna continue this morning routine inside. Everything is pretty much the same. I'm just gonna meditate inside instead of outside. Since moving to New York, I have been loving sitting outside and meditating in the morning when I take the dogs on a walk. And I never was able to do that when I lived in LA because I never felt safe to close my eyes outside. Side note, how sad is that? But yeah. And this portion of my morning routine is like my little high vibe morning routine. It fills me up, it grounds me down, it helps me get into alignment, and just really helps me set the tone for the rest of the day. It's that sacred time for myself to check in with myself and really intentionally choose how I want to move through my day. Step one of that is to get the vibes right in the house. I like to do that by lighting candles. I'll put on my essential oil diffuser and put some meditation music on. For the playlist, I like to just use Spotify, and I like to use this peaceful meditation playlist that is already on Spotify. It's just very chill, calm vibes. And once again, not to be too chatty, but we're flip-flopping things around because I typically like to have a green juice first thing in the morning before I have my coffee, but we need to make some juices. And I feel like that's gonna take a little bit of time. I wanna do my little high vibe ritual first, but I really want coffee. So we're gonna make a coffee first and then we'll do all the things. You get it. The other thing I get asked a lot about is whether I like coffee or matcha. And truly, I switch between the two intuitively. I just see how I feel. Some mornings it's matcha and some mornings it's coffee. Today, it's a coffee day. I feel like I should also mention everything I share and show in this video and pretty much all of my videos, I will put links for below. So counter stools, my coffee table, these glasses, the oracle cards I use, etc. If there's anything that you're vibing, definitely check the description box below to grab the link. I swear, meditation, daily meditation is such a game changer. If you're new to meditation or you don't know where to get started, I have a whole podcast episode on meditation on the Yoga Inspired Life podcast. I also have a podcast episode about oracle cards and how I use them if you're new to oracle cards. So I will link both of those podcast episodes below. But this is the next step of my morning routine, is to tap into my intuition, journal. I also do a daily gratitude journal. This part is very much so an opportunity for me to cultivate gratitude, get aligned, tap into my intuition, and do some self-reflection. This to me is so important to do daily, and it is a big piece of the puzzle that I share in my 12-week yoga-inspired self-discovery program, the Yoga Inspired Life, because when you have a solid foundation and clarity around what you want and how you want to feel and how you want to show up each day, intentionally creating an inspired life is so much more accessible when you know what you want and you're grounded in who you are and what you want, and you move forward with clarity and with intention. It is another major game changer, I'm telling you. It is green juice time. I just rinsed off the greens. We're gonna cut up some green apple, lemon, celery, parsley, Swiss chard, cucumber, apple, and lemon. I usually like to do ginger as well, but I guess I forgot that at the store. That's okay. They'll still be really good. Now I have juices for the next few mornings, which is great. This is a great example of my morning routine varies a little from day to day, depending on if I need to make juices for the next few mornings or if I already have them made, etc. I personally am not a big breakfast person typically, although of course there are some mornings where I wake up and I'm like, wow, I'm really hungry. And on those mornings I will definitely eat. But like, truthfully, most mornings, I'm not really that hungry first thing in the morning. It's usually not until closer to lunchtime or late morning that I get hungry. And I've really always been like that since I'm a kid. If I am hungry in the morning, I'll make a smoothie or do avocado toast or overnight oats or fruit or like a parfait. But this morning, I'm really not that hungry. And so I'll probably just drink my juice. I might snack on a little bit of fruit in a little bit. And then my first meal will probably be lunch. However, my rule of thumb with all things, if you couldn't tell already, is to just listen to my intuition and listen to my body. I take it day by day and I do what feels right and I do what feels good. So that is my take on breakfast. The next thing I do, which is pretty much the end of my morning routine and the beginning of my workday, is I write out what I need to do for the day. I either use this TYIL pad, which is inspired by my self-discovery program, the Yoga Inspired Life program, or I'll just write it down on a piece of paper. But I like to figure out my top tasks that I need to do. And I generally like to pick a top 5. And picking 5 top priorities has been an absolute game changer for me because I'm the type of person where I always keep myself busy and there's a million things that I want to do. And I get overwhelmed and I try to do everything all in one day. And guess what? You can't do it all in one day. So I manage my expectations. I set my top 5 priorities, the 5 things that would really move the needle and make me feel good about the work that I've done in the day. And if I finish those 5 tasks and I still have more time and energy, great. We can go back to our overall to-do list and like do more. But as long as I do those 5 tasks, I'm golden. So that's what I'm gonna do now, write out my to-dos for the day, and then I hop on my email, and then I get started with whatever work I have to get done that day, or answering comments on my Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube channel, or maybe it's recording a podcast episode, or maybe I have an influencer event to go to, or I'm teaching a yoga class for an event. The way my work days flow really varies from day to day, but I would definitely say my non-negotiables for 9 days out of 10 are the rituals and routines that I showed you today. Like, those are the things that make me feel my best. And I notice a really big difference when I don't do them. Actually, I take that back. There is one habit that I've been doing when I take showers in the morning. I'm more of like a nighttime shower girly, but if I work out in the morning, then I obviously shower after I work out. And I love dry brushing before I get in the shower. If I'm showering at night, like I typically do, I still dry brush before. But like I said, on the mornings that I'm working out in the morning, dry brushing is just like, it feels so good. Even just holding the brush right now, it just feels amazing. I will link this dry body brush below, as well as all the other things I said I would. But yeah, this just feels so good. And I think that incorporating some type of aspect of self-care / beauty / body care / skincare into your morning routine is honestly powerful, because you're taking time to like love on yourself and fill up your own cup and get yourself physically and energetically feeling good. And I think that it's not all about the way that you look, but I do have to say, on the days that I pour into myself a little bit more and I get myself a little bit ready, I do feel more confident when I go out into the world. And I think that I do better work. Even if it's just putting on a matching set or putting on a matching sweatsuit if I'm working from home, it really makes me feel more put together when I feel good about the way that I look. It kind of goes hand in hand, the way you look and the way you feel. And I think that if you approach the way you look in that way intentionally, in an effort to make yourself feel more confident, it can be really valuable. And that is my New York City summer morning routine. Although it doesn't really feel like a summer day because it is definitely pouring rain outside. But yeah, That's been my morning vibe as of late. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll hit the subscribe button if you're new. I'm literally hopping right into work now. I'm gonna answer my emails, record a podcast episode, get all the things going. I'll work for the next few hours until noon, and then I'll have lunch, check in with my tasks for the day, and then decide from there if I'm gonna just finish the tasks that I have left, or add more, or reprioritize, and that's the vibe. So I'm gonna go do that now. But I love you. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.